Yo, what's going on, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So look, this video pretty much gonna be about debt reassignment. Also, we dealing with like consumer laws a little bit like this, and we also dealing with zombie debt. The main topic of this is really zombie debt and reassignment. So a lot of people was asking me questions like, man, how do we go about zombie debt? Like, how do we buy it? What is zombie debt, right? So I've been studying zombie debt myself for about 6 months, but I got a good grasp of how it works. But also, I found out a way to manipulate it in a sense, right? So let me just give you a quick little breakdown of what zombie debt means. Zombie debt is when a company or individual um, purchase or buy debt that is outdated. So pretty much zombie debt is outdated debt, right? So say for instance, it passed the statute of limitation on how long a debt can be actually on someone consumer report. Usually that'd be about 7 years, right? So after 7 years, the credit bureaus has to delete it from your file, and that will be considered zombie debt or it's uncollectible, right? If even if it's a collection or if it's a good payment or anything like that. If it's good payment, it stay on a credit report. But if it's negative payment, it actually get deleted from your credit report. And also companies cannot collect debt that's over 7 years old. Keep that in mind, right? So I know some people might ask, okay, so how does this apply to an individual? Now, let's just say a lot of people who dealing with the credit industry and everything like that, people who always wanted to find out how can I put a mortgage on my credit, and everything like that, my credit profile. Some people might ask that, like, how can I put it on my credit profile? How can I increase my credit worthiness? How can I put those type of loans, installment loans, or mortgages on my credit profile? Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't even limit you to even just have, just go to mortgage or the auto loan route. You actually can put other things like revolving lines of credit that's considered zombie debt, or you can put like trades and stuff like that. Anything you could put actually on someone's credit report. And what makes it better, you don't even have to deal with traditional companies like Chase, Wells Fargo, what else? Navy Federal, Bank of America. Those are like major institutions. So you can even deal with zombie debt on a personal side, where under your own company instead of going to a major bank or anything like that. So what I'm gonna really show you guys tonight is really gonna be about, how did I purchase zombie debt? How did I go about it and everything like that? So I pretty much went on a website. It's called Debt Catchers. If you guys don't know what Debt Catchers is, it's pretty much a platform to allow you to buy zombie debt. Zombie debt is old debt that's over 7, 8 years old. It's been, taken out people consumer reports, but the account's still available, right? It's uncollectible. The companies can't come after you or anything like that. So I ended up finding a guy. He go by the name JF Jackson Enterprise LLC. So this particular individual was selling debt. He was selling a Chase installment loan for the amount of $350, but the loan amount was actually 51,000. So let me just show you guys how does it look when you purchase zombie debt, right? So this is the actual full form. I had blocked out a lot of stuff, but you guys will get the picture. So the amount of the debt is $51,226.49. So this pretty much account receivable sale agreement. So this the full sale agreement that me and the seller who sold me the debt, which another debt collector sold them the debt. So the same thing I was mentioning in the earlier videos, it still applies to the same thing right now. So someone sold him the debt and he transferred the debt over to me. It's pretty much through signature, right? We're gonna get to all the hacks a little later, but I'm just gonna let you guys get an understanding of how it looks when you purchase zombie debt. So it's pretty much just like buying anything else. They transfer everything over to you. You have complete and full ownership over the debt. You also have the right to reassign the debt, right? And so you will look at these whole forms and everything like that, and you actually can see exactly what we agreed upon, right? And here go my signature and everything like that. So you see him, Johnny Jackson. So this is the person who sold me the debt. The name of the creditor originally is Chase Bank Auto. The type is an auto loan account. The face value of this account is $51,226.49, right? Oh, okay. So we sign this. Now, now before I go over to the next thing, right? So another thing that I was mentioning, that when you purchase Zombie Debt, you don't only get ownership over the account, but you also get the person who account it was. You get all of their information as well. That's the sad thing, that it's crazy that big banks and major corporations, once account gets charged off, um, and the creditor decides to sell your account to a debt collector, and that debt collector sold your account to another debt collector, and which sold it to an individual like me. Now, me personally, I would never do anything, but this is the reason why I tell people, you guys really want to protect yourself. Boom, right? So in this situation, you got a person named Carol, right? So of course I'm not going to put their account number, what the account number is, but they put their full name, here go their social, their real address, and everything like that. You got Chase Bank Auto, right? So this is the information that Johnny Jackson actually sent over to me with the account information, such as here go the account number, boom, and also here go the last name, first name, social security number, and everything like that. So I blocked out this because I don't want no one using that person's information. But let's just tell you how corrupt and crooked these banks actually are, especially when they can release your personal information off to another creditor, and that creditor, they don't know who that person is, just sending that information over, and it can go into a person's hands like me, because the social security number never goes away. The social security number never disappeared. That information sticks. So if that information sticks, if it comes in the wrong hands, just imagine how much data and stuff like that of people personal information just floating around, right? So we're going to get to it in one moment. Now, let's go right back. Let's go right back, y'all. Okay, no, not this. Okay, let me see. How can I find it? Okay, let me see, y'all. Okay, I'm going to show y'all right now. Let me see. Okay. Okay, here go the purchase agreement, right? So let's get to the good part, right? So you see that I was just showing you guys an account number, right? That was from Chase Bank Auto. So this is the flip side to it, right? So just look at it like this. The accounts that allegedly that the person sold me, it was from Chase Bank. But after 7 years, that's the deadline, that's the uncollectible amount, and it also get deleted from all credit bureaus. So no credit bureau will have the record of your old account that was deleted that's over 7 years old. That's number one. Number two, the bank don't even have the information of that account. So some people say, "Oh, so what are you getting at? Like break it down." So even if a person wants to, right, you can assign debt yourself without even having to worry about, the credit bureaus claiming that as a false filing. Because even if a person wanted to use Chase Bank or Bank of America, you can also use your company, and you can do the same thing. So say for instance, I can write account receivable sale agreement, and I could put the name of my company, Mega Shipping Trade. And at the bottom, and I could put, I sold it to, let's just say, I sold it to James C. Lovett, right? I'm gonna give y'all an example. Say if I sold it to James C. Lovett. Now, since the account been transferred over from Mega Shipping Trade to James C. Lovett, that would be the owner of the entire account. So if I wanted to place the zombie debt and everything like that, I'm gonna show you guys the letter real soon. I would just make up an account number, a 10-digit account number. So y'all see this account number right at the bottom? I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Y'all see this account number right here? So this might be what, 10-digit, no, yeah, like a 10-digit account number. So all you would do is really create your own account number. And as long as you put the account that is over, let's say 7, 8 years old, you can always do a zombie debt because there's no proof or evidence that that account even existed. But also, it's also evidence that the account is old. So there's no way for the credit bureaus to say this is false or accurate information. All they would have to do is follow the law and pretty much do the reassignment. So this is how debt reassignments go, right? So let me show you guys this. Boom. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up right now. So y'all see this right here, right? So this is pretty much a person doing a debt assignment, right? So this is a person who has zombie debt and everything like that. And this pretty much will be the letter that you will send directly to the credit bureaus, right? Now, you also going to send them in the certificate of ownership, the same paper and form that I showed you guys. You also can send that same form in. So you just have to find you a good template to use in order to, prove ownership over the account. So I can say the account is an auto or installment, or I can say it's a trade line, right? Or not even a trade line. I can say it's a revolving line of credit. And I can say the revolving line is a personal line of credit for the amount of 110,000. I can say the account uh, is 10 years old. It's been charged off, but it's been transferred over to this person. It's paid in full. So that person purchased that account. So we pretty much putting that account on his credit report, right? So once we did that, the credit bureaus cannot go back and check and say, hey, let's see if this is accurate, let's see if this right. No, because they'll say this is outdated, this is already a charged off account. So the best thing we can do is either reassign it or just kill a whole deal and tell them, hey, we ain't gonna do it, right? But they do have to follow the law. They have to follow the United States codes. So let's deal with it, right? So this is a letter that they sent out directly to TransUnion to try to get the zombie debt to report on someone's credit report. Now, the account wouldn't be active. The account wouldn't be open. It would just be one of your closed accounts. But if you ever apply at a potential lender and they was to see an auto loan or a revolving line of credit that you paid on over 10 years old, then guess what? They will have to, they're going to end up giving you whatever you ask for. So if you say, hey, I'm applying for a car, it'll be easier for you to get loans and everything because they see that on your credit report. And once the credit bureau's updated, then it's all game, right? So TransUnion Consumer Solutions, right? Credit processing. And then so this is the company writing in regards to the person he alleged transferred the debt over to. So pretty much that company transferred it over, like I was just saying. That person transferred it over, and now that person have ownership, right? So you're going to say this: I am writing to you today regarding a Chase bank account. They're going to put the bank numbers in, which were originally held by Henry Lepore, right? So that's the previous owner, the one who debt you purchased. I have legally assumed this debt as a goodwill because Henry Lepore has been unable to pay it. I have paid it off. I have documentation to prove it. And you're going to add, you're going to add the certificate of ownership and everything like that, right? You're going to put that in the back. The purpose of the purpose of my correspondence is to see if you would be willing to make a goodwill credit adjustment on my credit report of this account as paid in full to the 3 credit agencies under my name, right? And so the person puts first, middle, last name, who the person who account this is supposed to be for. You're going to put their date of birth. You're going to put their SSN number, ITIN number, CPN, whatever, you're going to put the person's full address on there, and you're going to say, I would like to stress that the information currently being reported is accurate. I am not disputing anything with Chase Bank. I am asking TransUnion for a courtesy gesture of goodwill in having the credit bureaus adjust this account with the new account holder. So pretty much they're not taking anything, they only adding something to it. So if they added something, you have to show proof of ownership. But at the end, I'm going to show you guys how the law plays a role in this. I would like to stress that the information currently being reported is accurate. I am not disputing anything with Chase Bank. I'm asking TransUnion for a courtesy gesture of goodwill and having credit bureaus adjust this account with the new account holder. I had to reread that. I do recognize that this request is unique in that it may not be TransUnion normal policy. So this is not nothing that they do every single day. A lot of people do not file for zombie debt or anything like that. So let's continue. Please consider that the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 623 attached, right, demands that all accounts be reported and updated accurately to the credit agency. Therefore, example, TransUnion would do that in this case for the above reference amount. The above reference account. Your kind consideration in this matter is greatly appreciated. And you'll put your signature at the bottom. So here, go right here. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? So 623, responsibility of furnisher of information to consumer reporting agencies. Duty of furnishing, right? So you got 15 USC and 1681 S-2. Duty of furnisher of information to provide accurate information. Duty to correct and update information. A person who regularly and in the ordinary course of business furnishes information to one or more of consumer reporting agencies about the person's transactions or experiences with a consumer, and B has furnished to a consumer reporting agency information that the person determined is not complete or accurate, shall promptly notify the consumer reporting agency of the determination and provide to the agencies any corrections to that information or any additional information that is necessary to make the information provided by the person to the agency complete and accurate, and shall not therefore furnish to this agency any of the information that remains not complete or accurate. So let's just say, hold on. So let's just say this. You submitted this with the credit bureaus, but they say, hey, we need more information. Some of the information that they would need is both binding parties to come together, and also make this transaction. And I see a lot of people doing it wrong because there's no more better verification than a person who actual company it actually is. So if you try to do zombie debt in the name of Chase, they have every right to verify that account with Chase, because Chase is his own corporation and you pretty much trying to do a debt reassignment for a debt that Chase originally owns. But if you had a company like Mega Shipping Trade Inc., your own business, and you reported a line of credit, and someone, like say if someone purchased a revolving line of credit account from you, and they want to do a debt reassignment to one of their customers, and you just Mega Shipping Trade, you not Chase or Apple or anything like that, the credit bureaus would be more likely to report that to the credit bureaus than you just calling on behalf of Chase. Because they might do extra verification. They might even call Chase, even though Chase don't have any records of that because it's past the statute of limitations. It's just always best to go about it yourself. So I just gave you guys this blueprint to just understand what zombie debt is and how you can use it to your advantage. Because many people, they look past it and they thinking, oh man, I gotta purchase $1 million mortgage for $10,000 or something like that. But the whole time, if you have your own company or corporation, you can report your own revolving line of credit for $1 million. And the credit bureaus cannot disprove any argument that you state because you own the company. You don't own Chase. You don't own Wells Fargo, but you do own your own company. And there's no telling how long you've been in business and what actual business it is. So for the most part, yes, this is how you do zombie debt. If you guys want to know, if y'all want some more content about this, just let me know, because I might, come out with some more stuff to give you guys a more detailed understanding of it. But for the most part, you guys get it. You guys understand it. So I'm out. Peace and love.